page 91. Together we chant up to the 5th. Yes. Gangatharangaramaniya jatakalapam Gauri nirantara vibhoshita vamabhagam Narayana priyamanangamadapaharam Varanasi purapatim bhaja Vishwanatham Vachamagocharamaneka gunaswarupam Vagisha Vishnu surasevita padapitam Vamena vigraha varena kalatravantam Varanasi purapatim bhaja Vishwanatham Bhutadhipam bhujagabhushana bhushitangam Vyagrajinam varadharam jatilam trinetram Pashangushabhayavara pradashulapanim Varanasi purapatim bhaja Vishwanatham Shritam shushobita kirita virajamanam Balekshananala vishoshita pannapanam Nagadiparachita basura karnapuram Varanasi purapatim bhaja Vishwanatham Panchananam duritamattamadagangajanam Nagantakam danuja pungava punnaganam Davanalam maranashoka jaratavinam Varanasi purapatim bhaja Vishwanatham. It is said the abode of Bhagavan Shiva is said to be Kailash. But when you go to the Mount Kailash, it is not any form of Lord. It is a mountain. It's a mountain covered with snow. So it is considered that the very Himalayan mountain, Kailasha, itself is Bhagavan Shiva. And why it is so? When the Rishis have thought about the Supreme Lord, obviously it is Nirakara Swarup, which is not any particular form. Akar means form. Nirakara means no form. This Nirakara Swarup of the formless nature is not easy for anybody to think about. Just like space, you cannot think about space. You know it is there, but you cannot think of it as an object. So then the Nirakara form, what it means is, it is spread all over, it has no front or back, it is no right or left, there is no top or bottom, there is no direction. Because it is everywhere, it cannot say it is in the east, facing the south, facing the north, up or down. So, but Bhagavan Shiva appeared in front of Vishnu and Brahma to show that I cannot be known, my beginning cannot be known, end cannot be known. Beginningless I am and endless my presence is. But human mind being very limited, it has to have some symbol to focus, to understand the Lord's presence. And therefore, the mount of Kailash, which is said to be in the middle of all the snow, not occupied by the human habitats, and a place of serenity, and therefore that is being worshipped as the very symbol of Bhagavan Shiva's abode. That very Kailash mountain, if you look at it carefully, is the same as the Shivalinga. If you go to Google, what do you call that? Google Earth. Go and look for a Mount Kailash. And if you, from the top view, if you look at it, this Shivalinga is there, and that around that periphery is exactly like that of the bottom portion which you see there. So therefore, the representation of that very Kailasha is brought in the form of the Shivalinga. Shivasya Lingam means Shivasya, of Shiva's icon. Like America Deshasya Lingam is that the flag. America Lingam. India Lingam, when you say that is Lingam means Leenam Yasmin Gachadidi Lingam. Can you just close the door? You may have to unlock it. No, you unlock. It will break. Leenam Yasmin Gachadi Idi Lingam. Two words there, Li and Ga. Leenam means to merge. Yasmin, in which Gachati goes. So Yasmin Leenam Gachati, Layam Gachati, into whichever this merges. So when you have a symbol is where the idea merges. The idea of the country is merged into that form. So when you look at the form, the idea emerges in your mind. The Shaligram, there is also a linga of Vishnu. So each one is a representative icon. So in the next verse he says, you are both Nirguna and Saguna. You are both with qualities and without qualities. Saguna with qualities. Gunena saha. Saguna. And Nirguna means Gunarahitaha, which does not have qualities. Both are you, because only with the qualities I can think of, but you are actually without any of those characteristics. So you see the next verse. Tejomayam saguna Nirgunamadvitiyam Anandakandam Aparajitamaprameyam Nagatmakam Sakala Nishkalamatmarupam Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham Tejomayam Saguna Nirgunamadvitiyam Anandakandamaparatitamaprameyam Nagatmakam Sakala Nishkalamatmarupam Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Of the nature of brilliance, Tejomayam, because when he appeared in front of Vishnu and Brahmaji, he appeared as the pillar of light. So bright and so powerful. That is the reason why they could not understand how can there be such a bright and brilliant presence. And we do not know where it appeared from. And their story is to where they try to find out. Similarly, in Kena Upanishad also we find a similar representation where all the gods were very victoriously celebrating their victory over the Rakshasas, at that time there appeared a brilliant light. And then Indra sends Vayu, Indra sends again Agni to find out who it is. And they were not able to find out. Finally Indra himself goes there and it disappears. And in the presence, in that place where the light was, Parvati, Haimavati, Uma stands there and smilingly. Then Indra asks, who is that? He says, Paramatma Brahma Swarupam. That Supreme Lord, Bhagavan Shiva himself, who, because of whom you all won your victory over this Rakshasas, he only appeared. And because of the arrogance of Vayu and Agni, who said that I can burn, I can dry up everything, and they could not do anything in front of him. Only to show that without me nothing happens. So here, Tejomayam, Tejas, that of the brilliance, of the nature of brilliance, as he says, Saguna Nirgunam. You are both Saguna and Nirguna, with qualities and without qualities. When we look at it a little carefully, here, we also have these qualities of Sattvika, Rajasika, Tamasika, Gunadi. When we are Sattvik, we are able to learn, understand, think, and have the knowledge. Because Sattvat Sanjayate Jnanam. Knowledge takes place when the Sattva is there. So you are all sitting and listening, and therefore Sattva is there. When Rajas comes, you cannot sit down. You have to get up and work. Because it is of the nature of activity, extrovertedness. It's the nature of pravritti. And when at the end of the day, when physical body gets exhausted or tired, etc., then tamas. Quiet, sleepy. So, activity and sleep we can understand. And this nature of knowledge is sattva. One may think sattva is better than rajas and tamas. It is so and it is not so also. Because sattva is also one of the qualities. So we are also of the nature of these three qualities, sattva, rajas and tamas. But these being one after another it comes and keeps on changing, that means they are not permanent. They are only temporarily there. So to whom is this, if you ask? That consciousness which is Paramatma is there. He himself, when he is operating through this physical body, he assumes those qualities and engages. Purusha prakritisto hi bhungte prakriti janguna. In Gita says, Krishna says, in the body, the Purusha is seated, and with this prakriti, he is acting as though as an individual. So we are also Saguna, Nirguna both. We are also Saguna, Nirguna Swarupam. Before the physical body appeared also we were there. And as the physical body appears and we are operating through that, and at the end of our life and the physical body disappears, Nirguna Nirakar Swarupam. Physical form is not there, no qualities are there. So we are also a combination of Nirgun and Swargun. As a Nirgun we are Paramatma, as a Sagun we are Jivatma. Individually we are Saguna Swarup. Because I know certain things, I don't know, and then I have anger, lust, passion, greed, jealousy, everything is there. These are all Saguna Swarup. But Chitananda Atma Rupa, it is Advitiya Vastu. As Nirguna, there is no difference at all between you and me. But with Saguna, we are also different from each other. With qualities, we are different from each other. Without quality, we are all one and the same. That's why he says, Saguna Nirgunam Advitiyam. Advitiyam means na dvitiyam asti. There is no other. There is no second. So, with quality, without quality, and without quality, we are one without a second. There is only one. Just like the space is one, but the buildings are many. Water is one, the containers are many. Gold is one, the ornaments are many. Mud is one, the parts are many. Fire is one, trees are many, woods are many. Each wood is a fire, potential fire. But the fire is only one. Whether it is a long wood or a small wood, the fire will be the same. Correct? Whether it's a small lamp or a bigger lamp, you put the hand, it will be the same heat will be hitting your finger. So, I think Swamiji, 110 watt will be less shocking than 240. Try. Here also you try and go to India also you try. It will be the same. You want to try? 110 you put, and then imagine how it is, and then go, and then put 240. It will be the same. The quality is... So, in the same way, the space is same, the buildings are many. Why? Because that is not what is determining it is the shape of the building, the length and the width and the height and that is what is determining the building space. So here, Nisaguna Nirgunam Advitiyam. One without a second. And also here he says that this Paramatma, the self, which is Saguna Nirguna Swarupa Advitiya Atma, is Ananda Kandam. It is very repository of all joy. Kandam is repository, they're full of. Ananda Kandam. See, if it is not joyful, nobody will go to God, is it not? Why should I go to God who is crying all the time? We don't go to worship a God or go worship to anyone who is going to give you more misery. So the very embodiment of joy is God. Ananda Kandam Aparajitam, unconquered. Parajita, conquered. Aparajita, unconquerable, unconquered. Aprameyam, immeasurable. In Sanskrit, ma is to measure. Map, you know, what is map? Map is measurement, right? So when you want to make a cloth, and then you give to, what is the tailor, what do you give? Map de do. Not maaf de do. Map is map. Map is the measurement. So, prameyam, measurable. Prama, pratima. Pratima is what? A representation. Right? If there is a form is there, it's called pratima. Pratima. Because it is measured by something which is similar looking. Prameyam. That is upama when you say, not upma. Okay. Upama means that is something's example. So pratima, prameyam. Prameyam. Meyam means measurable. Prameyam, prakarshena meyam. When well measurable, aprameyam, immeasurable. Immeasurable means it cannot be understood by any kind of length or width or depth or beginning or an end of time or space. Ananda Kantam Aparajitam Aprameyam. Now there are two versions here. Nagatmakam is one meaning. Nagatmakam is another. I would say Nagatmakam will be little better than this version because suddenly Naga has come, which for no reason. Of course, physical description when it is there, we have seen earlier that is Nagadipa Aparajita. Nagadi Parajita Pasara Karna Purum, verse 4, that is fine. Here, instead of Nagatmakam, take Nadatmakam. Why? Because it is the very sound of the soul. Nada Atmakam. Because Nada, the sound is the closest representation of that endless, beginningless, formless, dimensionless presence. Because sound also doesn't have any form. And it is said in the Bible and other places so. The God created sound first. As in the Upanishads and in the Hindu scriptures we find Om, Omkara is primordial sound. So that very sound emerged from whom? You know, this physical world that we are seeing is so limited. It is science that is proving to us today that a certain vibration of sound, when it is created, physical objects can break down. Physical objects will break down if a particular form of sound is directed towards objects. Any solid can be broken by sound. It depends upon how powerful, how focused is the sound. So the whole creation came out of that sound only. That is why the Om is considered as the Omkara Swarupa, of the nature of Omkar. So Nagatmakam will be a better version than Nagatmakam here. Of the nature of sound. Sakala Nishkalam Atmarupam. Sakalam with parts, Nishkalam without parts. Sakalam with all the different parts are your only. That is, Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita when he is showing himself as the entire universe. All parts are mine. Somebody asked one fellow, where have you born? He said, London. Which part? Every part. It's not the head is born in London, body is born in India, and then so here that is not what we mean. Sakalam means all parts. All parts means what? Everything that is there constituting this world is included in. Sarvada pani padam yat sarvadoksha shiromakam sarvada shri malloke sarvamavritya tishtati. Sarvada pani padam, that which is of all hands and legs, ears and eyes and nose and tongues and heads and all together. Sahasra shirusha purusha. Sahasraksha sahasrapa. Every eyes, every hands, every leg, every face, every mouth is this. So when we take this philosophy into our practice, when you will realize that anybody who talks to you, it is Bhagavan who is talking to you. If one can practice that, imagine you are never away from him. In every form he is only talking. Every form he is only showing what it is. In every hand he is only working. That is the vision of the Mahatmas. Therefore, when they look at the world, it is just nothing but a vibrant, beautiful, constant presence of the Lord only. Krishna also says that this world, Bhuta Pratak Bhavam Vistaram, is of the Lord. Tadevacha Vistaram, from him alone everything. Yata Bhuta Pratak Bhavam Ekastam Anupashyati Tadaevacha Vistaram Brahma Sampatyate Tada. Yata, just as when Bhuta Pratak Bhavam, the varieties of the world, Ekastam Anupashyati, when he sees as one, Tata Evacha Vistaram, from him alone everything is spread. Then Brahma Sampatyate Tada. Then he understands Brahman. So it is all parts, all hands, legs, ears, nose, tongue, skin, everything is one spread. Gurudev used to give the example of a tablecloth made of cotton thread, where in the tablecloth, which is put for on a dining table, there are some designs. A design of some flowers, some trees, some plants, some birds, and everything is embroidered into that, which is embroidered as a cotton thread. Now the whole thing is nothing but the warp and woof of nothing but is a cotton thread. When you start pulling the one side of the cotton thread continuously, what happens? The whole thing will become, only but nothing but the thread. There's a bird here, there is a plant here, there is a hill there, there is a flower here, there is a mountain here. Everything will be one thread. When that thread is woven together, it is appear to be a beautiful scenery. But when it is removed from its interconnectedness, Sutre Manihanai. That's why Bhagavan says, I am that sutra, the one thread connecting everything. When one that is separated, then there will be nothing there. So, Sakalam, Nishkalam. All parts and no parts. Atma Rupam. It is in the form of the one's own self. Varanasi Purapadim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Now, having said this much, then the teacher here says, okay, what we should do for this? Why are we reading all these things? Here comes the sadhana part of it. Asham vihaya parihritya parasya nindam paperatim cha sunivarya manassamadau adaya hrit kamala madhyagatam paresham Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Asham vihaya parihritya parasya nindam paperatim cha sunivarya manassamadau adaya hrit kamala madhyagatam paresham Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Again and again, the last line he says, Varanasi Purapatim Vishwanatham Bhaja. Bhaja, oh my dear, please worship that Lord of the Kashi, Kashi Vishwanatha, Varanasi Purapati. And how one should worship, that is given here. Asham vihaya. Give up all the hopes about this world. Become hopeless. Not that you become hopeless, you please leave the hope from the world, about the world. Because we all think that something will happen, something will happen, something good will happen. You keep on waiting and waiting and waiting. Nothing happens. And even if it happens, after a while it just disappears. Asha. Asha means where an individual has expectations and hope and give up all this hope about this world. Meaning that it will change, it will become peaceful one day. All masters who have reached the state of great joy have realized only one thing. What? Don't expect this peace from the world. It is not going to happen. Because in one condition it will be for some time. After that it will again change. Which political party ruled forever? Tell me. Which individual have become successful forever? Everything happens like this. Like your heart beat also. Right? If it is that means you are dead. It has to be up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So don't keep your expectations about the world. Just leave that. Then, parihritya parasya nindam. Parasya nindam parihritya. Don't blame others. Parasya of others. Ninda, blaming others, talking ill of others. Parihritya. Leave your idea from blaming others about what happens in this world. There is no point. So only our mind will be polluted and negative. Something doesn't happen, okay, it didn't happen. Leave it. There is no complaint or whining and constantly talking ill of others. Just leave it. Pape ratim cha sunivarya. Nivarya. Nivarya means having given up. What? Pape ratim. Pape. Papa karmani. In doing something wrong, sinful, and enjoying in doing something wrong. That's a problem with us. Pape rati. Some people not only do this sinful act, but they enjoy doing that. Now, if you're not enjoying, why are you doing that then? If I say, I like to tell lies, you are enjoying telling lies, and that's why you are telling that. Even you know that it is not necessary, you don't have any reason to do that. Pape ratim cha sunivarya. And then only manas samadhi will take place. Manas samadho adaya. Having taken up, having obtained, manaha samadhi. Samadho adaya. Samadhi is the state of equanimity. Samadho, in that state of oneness, adaya. Having brought the mind to that state of oneness and quietude, having thus given up the hope from the world, having given up the telling negative or doing anything wrong to the others, and not delighting in doing wrong things, mind having become quiet and contemplative, then such a mind, Hritkamala madhyagatam paresham varanasi purapatim Vishwanatham bhaja. Then you focus upon Hritkamala, the lotus of the heart, madhye, in the middle of that, gatam, placed, paresham, Supreme Lord, who is Vishwanath. So here it is not the physical place of Kashi Kshetra. He says that Kashipura Bhagavan Shiva is sitting in your own heart, placed in your own heart. Hritkamala madhyagatam paresham. So even when you go to the physical place called Kashi, make sure that you bring the Lord into your heart. Invoke Him in your heart. Then wherever you go, you are carrying Him. There is no physical place is not needed. Do you think the people who are sitting there in Kashi Vishwanath said all are the Punyatmas? Just the opposite. Why? Because just because you are in that kshetra does not mean you become pure. So those who have invoked that presence in one's own heart, they become more pure and then noble and then more contemplative. So, asham vihaya parasya nindam parihritya pape ratim sunivarya manassamadho adaya. Then, hritkamala madhyagatam paresham Kashi Vishwanatham Varanasi Puravatim bhaja. So, four things he said. Give up the expectations in the world. Do not blame others. Remove your mind delighting in doing something wrong. And having brought your mind to yourself, then meditate upon the Lord who is seated in your own heart. That Bhagavan, Vishwanatha, you worship. Ragadi dosha rahitam Swajananuragam Vairagya Shanti Nilayam Girija Sahayam Madhurya Dhairya Subhagam Garalabhiramam Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham Ragadi dosha rahitam swajananuragam Vairagya Shanti Nilayam Girija Sahayam Madhurya Dhairya Subhagam Naralabhiramam Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. And if you say that I have to give up this delighting in the sin and then do not have expectation of the world and all those things, how is it connected to God? So he says, the Lord is that who is of this nature. And when you bring that nature of the Lord into yourself, you are closer to Him. So when you want to have friends with somebody, that person and you must have something in common. Other than, if you don't have anything in common, how do you then even meet? How do you have any kind of company there? So here, Lord is of the nature of what? Ragadi dosha rahitam. Dosha, don't suddenly think about dosha. Dosha means defect. Raga adi, the desire, etc., attachment, etc., these kind of dosha, defects, rahitam, he doesn't have. And he is also so very much available and fond of his own swajana, bhaktajana. Bhaktajananam anuragam. He takes great joy in being with his own devotees. Swajana anuragam, bhaktajana anuragam, nitajana anuragam, natajana anuragam. Natajana, those who have surrendered to him, those who are devoted to him. Vairagya Shanti Nilayam, very abode, Nilayam of Vairagya, dispassion and Shanti and peace. Kasya Sukham Nakaroti Viraga. Shankaracharya says, what joy Vairagya cannot give. You know, when we hold on to something and it keeps moving away from us, if you hold on to something which is constantly moving away, there is no Shanti. Right? If something is constantly changing and you holding on to it, expect peace to be there, it won't be. Why? The very change itself will disturb it. Constantly changing thing can never give you constant joy. So, therefore, Vairagya is knowing what is changing and what is not changing, giving up what is changing and holding on to what is changeless. That is the simple logic. Changing thing cannot give changeless peace. And that which is changeless alone can give changeless peace. So think about it. What is changing and what is not changing? Changing, if I don't know it to hold, because it doesn't stay in the same condition. So how can I have a peace with that? Only pieces of mind I'll get. Changeless alone can be peaceful. So Vairagya is, dispassion is knowing well what is changeless and leaving what is changing and then holding on to that changeless. Vairagya, and that alone can give Shanti. Vairagya Shanti Nilayam, and Bhagavan appears Girija Sahayam. Girija Saha, he is always with this consort Girija, Giri, Jayate. From there, from the Giri means from the mountain girl, that is, Gauri there. Girija Sahayam. Madhurya is so beautiful and so enchanting. Dhairya of the nature of such a veiler. Subhagam, most pleasant. Garala Abhiramam. He is most handsome with the poison in his throat. Garala means that poison that he has held in his throat, Nilakanta. That's why he is called Nilakanta. So that means he has taken everybody's poison and never polluted himself. Nor he spat on anybody. He takes all that but never pollutes. So what we do, we first of all won't take anybody's, and if we take also we keep on spitting on anybody else and everybody. So Lord is one who is capable of taking the blame or taking the negativities from everybody, but never pollutes himself, nor he pollutes anybody else. That is considered the maturity. The maturity of a person is absence of reaction to things. ability to withstand all various possible, vicissitudes and changing that is taking place, not reacting to that. Able to take everything. And that maturity is represented by the Lord. I have taken the poison in my throat. Garala Abhiramam Varanasi Varanasi Purapadim Aja Vishwanath Varanasi Purapatehe Stavanam Shivasya Vyakyadamashtakamidam Patate Manushyaha Vidyam Shriyam Vipula Saukyamananta Kirtam Samprapya Deha Vilaye Labate Cha Moksham Varanasi Purapate Stavanam Shivasya Vyakyadamashtakamidam Patate Manushyaha Vidyam Shriyam Vipula Saukyamananta Kirtim Samprapya Deha Vilaye Labate Cha Moksham. Shivasya Stavanam. Stavanam is the praise. Stuti. Stavanam. The Stavanam Shivasya of the Shivas, this Kirti, great Stotram or the Stuti. Varanasi Purapate Shivasya. The one Shiva, the Shiva who is Varanasi Purapati is Stavanam. Vyakyatam is now, that is now spoken or given out. Ashtakamidam. This Ashtakam, 8 verses. Manushyaha patate, idam ashtakam manushyaha patate. If a person studies that or reads that, what does he get? Vidya, knowledge, Shriya, prosperity, and Vipula Saukyam, and the supreme joy of life, Vipula, which is fulfilling, most fulfilling happiness. Ananta Kirtim, an endless glory. Samprapya, having gained. Deha Vilaye, at the end of the physical body's existence, Moksham Labate. Such an individual obtains liberation. Moksham Labate. Oh, physical body is only when the physical body dies. Yes. Oh, until then I have to suffer. Everybody has to suffer. There is nobody in this world who doesn't suffer. But the choice is, in the physical body when it is there, even a Mahatma has a physical body, a great enlightened soul also has a physical body. But he doesn't consider himself as the body, and therefore he enjoys the joy of liberation while living itself. So physical body is identified, then even the healthy body will have some suffering sometime. But if a person has recognized, I am not the physical body, even if the physical body goes through all sort of pain, he is still enjoying that. Just like in your dream or deep sleep, physical body you don't identify. It is there, but you don't consider that you are that. Is it not that there is a joy? In sleep there is joy, otherwise you will never go to sleep. Why you go to sleep? Because I am not the body. Very good. So, moksham labade, when deha vilaye, when the physical body is given up, having gained vidya, shriyam, vipula saukyam, ananta kirtim samprapya. So, while living, he gains the knowledge, he gets the prosperity, he gets the joy, and he gets endless kirti, and after giving up the body, he gains the liberation. So, this Ashtakam has to be read in front of Bhagavan Shiva with the understanding of the meaning. When it is read, it is such a joy. One can read without knowing the meaning also. But then the joy that you get out of knowing and then chanting is something different. While you are chanting itself, you are aware of what you are saying. It's like when you are learning a new language, some Gujarati or Bengali or whatever let us say, and somebody says something and you are repeating. You don't even know what you are saying. Sometimes it will be dangerous also. Right? But if you know what you are saying, then you can mean it. You can feel it. And then you can say it in your own way, make it more, appealing. Like, Japanese, I heard only one statement, Konnichiwa. That's what one state. What does that mean? Konnichiwa means? Hello. Konnichiwa. In Tamil means bend down and come. Because they do that, all bending down and come. So that's Konnichiwa. So that's why I understand. That's why I know the meaning. So it's Konnichiwa. So Konnichiwa. Bend down. So when you know the meaning, it will be easier. That is a good try. Konnichiwa. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.